All right, exactly 8 ceramic bowls, each crafted by exactly one of 8 potters, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, V, 8. Will be displayed in a row in positions consecutively numbered 1 through 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out. One bowl per position. The display is subject to the following conditions. So what we have is if L bowl is displayed, M cannot be displayed. So we're going to go if L, then M not, and we're going to make a note that this is out. P's bowl can be displayed only if it is next to O's bowl and next to S. So what we have here is we have P with S and O like that, or we have P is out. R's bowl can be displayed only in 1 or 6. R equals 1/6, this is a 6, or out. S bowl cannot be displayed in 2 or 4. So we're going to go here, I'm going to say not S, not S. Just for your notes, this equals not. I don't use the line here because it gets really confusing. And the easier it is to read, the better. So next one, N's bowl can be displayed only in position 5. So now most people are going to come put N here in 5. That's not right. N equals 5 or out. So you can't put it in here because it may be in and may be out, and we don't know yet. What we do know though in this rule is that L or M has to be out. They can both be out, but they cannot both be in. So here we're going to write L, M, and that just leaves us one spot. We know that R can't go in 2, so we write no R, no R, no R, no R. It has to be in 1 or 6. And there's one other one that can go here. It could be a P, it could be an R, it could be an N, it could be an M, it could be an L, it can be a V. The only one that has to go up here is an O, because if the P is out, it fills this spot. If the P is in, then it requires the O. So the O is the only one that has to be in here. And this is it. There are no multiple boards. There's no big setup. We're ready to answer the questions. So when the question 6 says, which of the following can be the display of bowls listed by the potter's name in order from position 1 to 6, what we're going to do is we're going to use our rules over here to figure that out. So the first thing that I know, the easiest thing for me to test is R in 1 or 6 or out. If it's in 2, 3, 4, or 5, then that answer is wrong. So we see in answer C that R is in 5, so we're immediately eliminating C. And then what we're going to do is we know that N has to be in 5 or out. So if N is located anywhere other than 5, then N is out. And in B, we know that N is in 2. So B and C are both answers that are out. We have A, D, and E remaining. Now we know that L and M cannot both be in. So any answer with L and M both in is out. It's a wrong answer. So we know that A has L and M right up front. So the only 2 remaining answers are D and E. We know we have this rule here that says we have to have an S or an O in between a P. So any answer that does not have an SPO or an OPS, provided that the P is not out, is wrong. So when we look at answer D, we have PSO Answer D is wrong, that's out. E is the right answer for number 6, and we're moving on. Number 7, if N's bowl and P's bowl are both displayed, which one of the following is a potter whose bowl could be displayed in position 1? So that sounds complicated, but we know that N is in. The only place that N can be in is in number 5. We know that P is in, and P must have an S/O or an S/O, and an S can't go there and an S can't go there. So what they're telling us is that the SO must go here like that, and these are open. It could be a V, could be an L, could be an M. This one could be an R, could be a V. We don't know, and the truth is, we don't care. So it says, sorry, wrong question. It says, which one can be an O? Which one can be in 1? We know it can be an S and it can be an O. D says S, O is not a choice. D is the correct answer. We would choose that and move on. If you don't want to do it that way, there is an alternative way to do it. You could put an L here, which would force the M out. And then if you had an L here, you still need the P, so you have SO here, that violates, it doesn't work, A is gone. If you were to put a P here, it would require the S or the O to be here. There's no room for it. The P is gone. B is a wrong answer. If you put the R here, then again, you have SO, P, SO. That doesn't work because S ends up in 2 or 4. So answer C is wrong. D, we already know that works. If you were to put V here, then again, you would force SO, P, SO. That doesn't work. The only answer that works is D. We're taking it and we're moving on. You can do either one of those strategies, but I would not recommend doing both. Time is of the essence. So we erase these. That's why we use colored pencils. So when we erase, we don't erase anything important. You can use colored pencil in the test. I recommend using colored pencil in the test. I do use colored pencil in the test. Question 8. If L's bowl is displayed in position 6, before I even finish reading, I write L in 6. And O's bowl is in position 2. Put O in 2. Which of the following must be true? Well, I know that N has to go here. If O is there, then P is out and M is this, because there's no room to put your P here where it needs to go, so the P is out. So everything else has to be in, which means that our M is out and our P is out, which means that our R has to be in. The R has to be in 1 because 6 is full. And then the only other O is in and the N is in. So the only thing we have left is we have the S. And the S can't be here or here, so the S has to be there. And then the V has to be in 4. So we only have one choice. So we're going to go through the answers. M is in position 3, no. S is in position 1, no. S is in position 3, yes. That's answer C. V is in position 1, no. V is in position 3, no. Answer number 8 is C. We're moving on. Now we're erasing our answer. Again, we got our colored pencils, so we're not erasing anything important. Question 9. If P's bowl is displayed in 4, immediately I'm putting P here, I have an S here, an O there, an S here, an O there. I know that the N can only be in 5, which means it's out. I know that the R has to be in 1 or 6, which means it's not in 2. Then the bowl displayed in position 2 must be. Now they're giving us choices here. We know that it's not S. We know that it's not O. We know that it's not P. We know that it's not N. We know that it can't be R because R has to be in 1 or 6. So the only choices are L, and we know it has to be L or M. So L, M, or V. And the first choice is A, L, M, or V. We're choosing that. We're moving on, and we're erasing our board. No scrap paper on the test, so again, you would be doing this in the area below your questions. Question 10. If L's bowl is displayed in position 1 and O's bowl is displayed in position 4, which one of the following is a potter whose bowl cannot be displayed? All right, so if O is here, then we can either have N here or P here. If we have a P here, then we've displaced the N, and we know that the M is out. Then we've displaced the N, but the S, which would have to go here, would displace the R, and we've only got one spot. So you cannot have the P here, and you cannot have the P here, because if you put the P in 3, it would force the S, and we can't have the S. That violates the rule. So the P cannot be in, because the only two places the P could go are here, and that doesn't work, or in 3, and that doesn't work. So the P must be out, and the M must be out. So the M and the P are our choices. The M is not a choice on the answer block, so the answer is B, P, and we're moving on. 11. Which one of the following is a potter whose bowl must be displayed? All right, so I figure this out by knowing who cannot be displayed. So N could be out, R could be out, P could be out, M could be out, L could be out. We know that L or M has to be out. They could both be out at the same time. And V, which is our only could, can be out. So the only one I didn't list is O. But that's not good enough for selecting this answer, so I want to know why. Well, L or M fills one spot, so there's only one spot left over. If P is out, there's no room for O to be out. If P is in, then O has to be in because of this SO rule. So there is no way that O alone can be out. Our answer is B, and we're moving on. All right, so we're moving on to question 12. If N's bowl, Park's, P's bowl, and R's bowl are all displayed, so what I know is that N has to be here. That's part of the rule. The P has to be here with the S and O, the S and O, and the R is forced into 6. We can have an L here, an M here, or a V here, an L here, an M here, or a V here. Then which one of the it must be true? This is not a could, it's a must. N's bowl is displayed next to R. That must be true. That's the correct answer. You're done. At that point, you can move on. But just to prove it, I will check the rest of the answers. N's bowl is next to V. This could be a V. It's not a must. Doesn't have to be. B is gone. O's bowl is next to R. Nope, definitely not. O's bowl is displayed next to V. Could be, but this could be an S. So no, D is gone. S bowl is displayed next to V. Again, this could be an S next to V, but it could be an O next to V, or V could be out. So the correct answer to number 12 is A. You're finished with this whole game. Done. 100% correct answers.